close to midnight in Castlemaine in central Victoria. Here's a thought. I'm constantly creating myself. I'm not a fixed being. At every moment I'm constantly self-creating. I'm constantly becoming something different, something new. And what's the driving force of that? Well, it's what I do, it's what I say. It's my active being in the world, which is in speech and is in action. Okay, so if that's how I'm creating myself in each next moment, in each next minute, in each next hour, day, week, month, if I'm creating a trajectory that is forming me constantly in a particular direction, it's like sliding doors. I can act this way, and that can play out in all sorts of ways in the future, or I can act this way and that'll play out and lead me in a different direction. Then what are some of the criteria for how I should judge what I do, or how I should guide what I do? I love the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, 2,500 years ago, along with Aristotle, the two most important philosophers who ever lived. And Plato often spoke of three fundamentals: truth, beauty, and goodness. And I'll speak just a bit about truth. Okay, so because it's actually a particularly beauty gets a bit complex actually, and I'm interested in truth as this thing that is we can actually get a bit more of a handle on it. Truth is about connection. Truth is about congruence. Truth is about, do I speak the words that match what I see in front of me? Do I speak the words that match what my desire is? Do I speak the words that match my feelings? Do I speak the words that match reality even when I feel some sort of pressure from within or without not to do so? That's a spirit of truth. Okay, so if we're constantly self-creating as we move forward, then truth needs to be a fundamental criterion if I want to become a true speaker. And if I want to become not just a true speaker, but what are the other values in doing this? Truth makes you strong. Truth gives you power. Truth is fundamentally a form of power. A person who predicates themselves on a lie is predicating themselves on something empty, and they're becoming an empty human being as they move forward. And you might think that a manipulative person is a powerful person. Fundamentally, ultimately, they're not. They're a person who does lots of damage, okay, but that's different from being a powerful person. They may be a person who gains power in certain respects, but they are not intrinsically within themselves a powerful human being. Not ultimately, not compared to a person who can look you in the eye and speak out of the core of their being as a truth speaker. So if you want to become a person, if I want to become a person who can speak that way, and this is an ongoing project, and this is not easy. I'm not the preacher who's achieved all this. I'm speaking to all of us, and I'm speaking to myself, because sometimes out of care and empathy we don't want to speak the truth. We're wrong not to do so, but there are all sorts of good reasons, what seem like good reasons not to be truthful. It's easy to find them, but I think nothing matters more than to just hold this line. Just like nothing matters more than to hold the line around goodness. You create who you are, and do you want to create yourself into a being who speaks from the core of themselves as an integrated, strong being? Or do you want to create of yourself a being who slips and slides and does not have a fundamental substance of their own, because they're not fundamentally integrated in themselves and then connected solidly with the world?